Many thanks to my awesome patrons and fine tool partners. Thanks a lot, guys.
So is my method the easiest method for installing drawer slides? I can't tell you that. You have to judge for yourself. So I get asked a lot of questions sometimes, and one of the big questions that I get is, how do I install drawer slides? And how can I make it easy on myself? Well, I'm going to show you. This method I determined to do, and it's not like I'm not the only person that does this. I'm really not. There are other people that install slides this way, and I find that it works the best. It takes the measuring and the guesswork out. So installing them this way will certainly take that fear factor out of how to install the slides. So if this is your first time here, welcome. I upload new videos every single week, and if you like videos like this, consider subscribing. Click the notification bell and it'll tell you anytime that I upload brand new content. So now, let's get to installing these things the easy way.
So I had a client approach me about retrofitting their existing cabinetry that they had in their home that had a center stile running right up the middle. They wanted some pull-out trays so they can access those drawers and anything that's stored in that cabinet much easier. So I rigged up a design in SketchUp, designed some drawers, and removed that center stile so it can take advantage of the entire opening of the cabinet. So here's how I installed them. So I have the drawer mounted to my assembly table with a stop block down here at one end, and then I have a clamp that's pushing it that direction towards the stop block to make sure that it stays in place. Not to mention, all across the very bottom of the drawer is touching the assembly table, so I know that this slide will be mounted parallel to the drawer. So with the stop block in place, all I have to do is take the slide, put it down, making sure that it's up against the drawer, and push it up against the stop block. This will ensure that not only is the slide parallel to the drawer, but also it won't exceed the front of the drawer. Now I'm just taking a small drill bit, and I'm going to pre-drill the holes just a little bit, making sure I don't go through the other side. And because this is mounted properly, I don't need to use the adjustment holes because everything is locked in the way I want it to be. The installation of this drawer slide is exactly the same way as I've been describing in the video. I put them on the bottom of the drawer box, and then I put the other half of the drawer slide corresponding to that. The easiest way to install these though, instead of working from the top and going down, I start from the bottom and I work my way up. This way I can establish where my first drawer is going to be by just simply putting the other half of the drawer slide right at the bottom of the cabinet. I can screw it into the side without having to do any kind of measuring or leveling because I know that the cabinet that I made is square. So by screwing the other half there, it will automatically line up with the drawer box because it gives you a 1/4 inch gap or a 3/8 inch gap, depending on your slide, from the bottom of the drawer box to the bottom of the cabinet. So you'll automatically have the clearance you need to make the drawer work properly. If you install these on the center of the drawer box, then you would have to do some measuring to mount that other half of the drawer slide. With this, no measuring needed whatsoever. Now, to install the second slide, you can measure if you like, or you can make a spacer. Just a 3/4 inch or a 1/2 inch thick spacer, cut to the desired depth that you want from this slide to the next. Just set it on top of the slide and then set that slide on top of the next spacer. Or you can use jigs. Simple jigs like these can just be clamped to the side of the cabinet in your desired location, and then the slide just sits right on top of it. It automatically squares up to the side of the cabinet with this extra lip that it has, so you don't even have to use a level. Or you can go a little bit more high-tech and use this drawer slide jig. I did a video on how I use this jig on my back wall cabinetry, and I'll leave a link to that right up there in that card, and you can check it out for yourself. But like I said, jigs like that aren't necessarily a necessity. You can use simple cuts from 1/2 inch plywood as your spacers, set your drawer slide right on top of that piece, and then screw it in place. I have found that mounting these this way, using the very bottom of the drawer box as your very first form of reference, is the easiest method I know how to do. Putting it anywhere else on the box is going to require measuring. This eliminates that. I even use this same technique installing the drawer slides on my kitchen cabinets. As you can tell, I'm not done with them yet, but the installation is a breeze this way. So is my way the easiest way? Probably. Is it the best way? That I can't tell you. Everybody installs drawer slides differently, and my way is just one of the easiest and quickest ways to get it done. No thinking. I like that. It's kind of like reading a book with pictures. If you guys like videos like this, consider subscribing and hit that like button. Drop down any comments, tips, or suggestions that you want to leave in the comments section. Also, if you have time to check out my prior videos, you can check them out over there. I do SketchUp tutorials every other week and build videos every other week, so you have something to watch each and every single week. Also, if you want to make it easy on yourself, click that subscription circle with my pretty little face on there, and I guess I will see you guys on the next episode.